Kenya, where life begins with a chase. Here, there is no mercy. Only those who live and those who die.
Under the scorching sun or torrential rains, all creatures must race against time to survive the day.
The predators unleash their explosive speed, plunging the once peaceful plains into utter, desperate chaos. Welcome to the most unforgiving land on the planet.
The rainy season arrives, and thick black clouds cover the Kenyan sky. The rain falls heavily, washing the dry plains.
And bringing life back to the land.
The sun appears after the night rain, illuminating the sparkling puddles on the wet ground. A lioness silently guides her 3 little cubs to drink water. They walk carefully between the muddy puddles,
their eyes alert, observing everything around them.
After the cubs have had their fill, their mother leads them to a fresh, green meadow. The mother lioness takes extreme care with her offspring, gently transporting her youngest to a dry, safe area. The little ones begin to play, chasing and wrestling, enjoying the freedom of a land that has been reborn.
Not far away, a lone, dry tree stretches its bony branches toward the sky. This is the refuge of another group of cubs from the same pride, but a few months older.
These young lions rest on the high branches, far from the damp ground, taking advantage of the height to watch over their surroundings. As the cubs of different ages begin games of chase in the green meadow, the adult lionesses of the pride begin to change their attitude. After ensuring that the cubs are gathered in a safe area under the dry tree, and under the indirect supervision of the young lions, 3 lionesses separate from the pride and advance in formation toward the high hills. The males spot a monumental opportunity on the horizon, eyeing a massive herd that promises a feast for the The herd navigates the wet terrain, taking advantage of the newly formed streams to drink and graze. The males, with large horns and thick skin, position themselves on the outer edges, protecting the calves that are concentrated on grazing the newly sprouted young grass. The sound of jaws chewing and the heavy breathing of the cattle create a range of low-pitched sounds that echo across the landscape. On the leeward side, the 3 lionesses are already in position. They lower their bodies, pressing their bellies to the damp ground, using the small bushes to get even closer to the edge of the buffalo herd. The lioness calculates the perfect moment to strike, every muscle coiled like a spring. The lioness bounds through the tall grass, aggressively chasing the sprinting buffalo across the vast green plain. In the distant area, next to the dry tree, the cubs stop playing and lift their snouts to the wind, which carries the scent of a successful hunt. When the pride of lions is completely satisfied and retreats to rest in the tall grass, the order of the savannah begins to change. The vultures, which had been waiting patiently in the dry branches of nearby trees, descend all at once, creating chaos with their flapping wings and shrill cries.
Meanwhile, at a safe distance, the apex predators enjoy the luxurious peace that comes with being at the top of the food chain.
The pride of lions completely ignores the commotion behind them. On the green grass, begin games of chase and wrestling among the logs. The youngest climb onto their mother's back. And roll around on the warm grass.
While the lions rest in another part of the plain, the renewal brought by the rainy season also drives the reproductive activity of African ostriches.
On the green grass, the male ostrich begins a complex ritual to attract the female. He kneels on his long legs, spreads his large wings, and the contrasting black and white feathers flap rhythmically from side to side. His long neck sways to its own rhythm, while his entire body leans forward. Like a solemn dance in the middle of the vast landscape.
In response to this display, the female ostrich approaches, lowers her head, and gently flutters her wings,
as a sign of acceptance for mating to take place. After a while, the female begins to lay large eggs in a shallow nest, previously dug in the dry sand. When the nest is full,
the task of protecting and incubating the eggs is shared between the pair, with the male taking on the most important role during the day.
the eggs sit perfectly still, acting as natural incubators enduring the harsh elements of the open plains. In the nest on the sandy ground, the hatching process has begun, although it is not yet complete. Some eggs already show small cracks, from which faint squeaks emerge from the chicks, struggling to break through the thick shell. Attracting a hyena lurking nearby. Apex predators of the African plains, like this hyena, move with lethal grace.
Immediately, the male ostrich leaps up from the nest, ruffling his feathers to maximize his body size.
While the father secures the perimeter, the newly hatched chicks blindly explore the grass. A wide shot. After scaring away the danger, the male ostrich returns to the nest and uses its beak to carefully check on the newborn chicks. At that moment, the ostrich father and mother begin the first process of training for survival. They guide the young across the plain, constantly pecking at the ground. The chicks imitate their parents' every movement.
The ostrich, Struthio camelus, is the largest bird in the world, but it cannot fly due to the absence of the keel-shaped sternum bone,
which is necessary for attaching the large wing muscles. which allow it to reach speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour to escape predators such as lions or leopards.
Another unique feature is its digestive system. The ostrich has no teeth, so it must swallow stones that remain in...
After being expelled by the ostrich, the hyena still hasn't had a bite to eat. It wanders through the green meadow, trying to find another opportunity.
The hyena doesn't pounce immediately, but lies down quietly, hiding in the tall grass to observe.
The hyena and stops walking and slowly lowers its body down into the golden grass, its eyes fixed intently ahead.
The leopard loses its balance. The gazelle's body falls directly to the ground. It does not dare to come down to fight the hyena for fear of being injured.
With an empty stomach, it descends silently.
Heads for another tree further away and continues to wait patiently for a new hunting opportunity.
Not far from the grassland where the pride of lions rests is a low-lying swampy area. The pod of hippos relaxes in the calm, murky lagoon. Rainwater from the previous night has accumulated. This is the territory of a herd of hippos. Their enormous grey bodies are huddled closely together, almost completely submerged in the murky water. With only their ears, eyes, and nostrils visible on the surface.
A unique biological feature allows these mammals, which can weigh several tons,
To keep their sensitive skin moist in the sun by secreting a clear, reddish liquid. Although they appear calm, hippos have powerful jaws with tusks. That can reach up to 50 centimeters in length.
capable of generating enough bite force to pierce even the thickest skins.
They do not swim, but instead walk along the bottom of the swamp. Thanks to the density of their bone structure, which prevents their bodies from floating.
When underwater, their nostrils and ears close automatically to prevent water from entering.
The underwater giants move in perfect harmony.
At the edge of the forest, a large herd of elephants begins to appear. Their heavy footsteps sink into the damp ground, forming small puddles along the way. With a close-knit social structure, the adults always walk on the outside to protect the smaller calves, whose fine hair is still unevenly distributed over their grey, wrinkled skin. An organ composed of thousands of muscle bundles to suck up water and spray it forcefully over their backs. Allowing it to remember with great precision the location of water sources throughout many dry seasons.
The elephants graze peacefully, allowing opportunistic birds to hitch a ride and feed on displaced insects.
The trunk is not only used for drinking, but also as a sophisticated tool for breathing.
In the swamp, the herd of elephants begins mud bathing.
But also forms a protective barrier against parasitic insects and the effects of ultraviolet radiation.
The elephants slowly make their way to the green meadow.
Shoots with their trunks, shake off the dirt and sand, and then carry them to their mouths.
The entire herd moves as a unified eating machine, constantly migrating to fulfill their immense caloric needs.
The digestive process of elephants is continuous to meet their enormous energy needs,
resulting in the expulsion of large amounts of excrement every day.
However, elephant dung is not useless waste.